What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if 2021 is finally the year for Dying Light 2. So kind of talk about my expectations, what I'm thinking, predictions for certain things about Dying Light in 2021. People have asked me to make Dying Light videos for a very, very long time, and they always do ask, and I really, truly do love talking about this franchise. So we're going to go over all that in this video, but a couple house cleaning things first. Well, number one, Merry Christmas. You guys are hopefully, the video goes up Christmas Day. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Christmas is my favorite holiday of the year, so hopefully I'm having fun. I think I will be, but honestly, truly, guys, thank you so much for the support you've given me throughout this entire year. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing Christmas. Let me know. Reach out to me in any of the platforms I'm on. Let me know how your Christmas is going. Wonder Woman, if you guys are watching that, the games and movies and all the stuff that you guys are opening for Christmas or you gave to somebody else, let me know all that stuff. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed here. Have the bell icon turned on. If you haven't subscribed to my second channel yet, Podcast Now Plus is its name. Plus is in the word, not the symbol plus, because you can't do that on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube, or the link for it is in the description below. Would love to have you guys subscribed and just kind of keeping up with the content I put on over there as well. Okay, I have a lot of fun over there. So now that's all done. Merry Christmas one more time. I just love it. And honestly, okay, Dying Light 2. Look, this is the time. I really did want to make this video because, sure, we could do another release date predictions, and we could do, when in God's name we're going to see this game again. These are all kind of things we'll talk about in this video, but that's kind of the point, putting it all together, because we're at a stage where public opinion on this game is not good. I don't think that's unfair to say. You guys, the people that watch these videos, I think you guys all care about the game very, heavily. I care about the game. I want to play this game. I really, really do. I came into Dying Light 1 late. I don't even think I bought it day one, but I played this game much later after it came out, and I loved it. And I kind of didn't buy it originally because of the whole Techland and what they did to me with that island, all that stuff. So, but I was really impressed, and I know we only talk about, we can only talk about the same 20 minutes of gameplay that, that's been out for like a year and a half now, and that sucks. I want more of that, but I still am impressed by what they showed us, and I absolutely want more. So the first thing you need in 2021 is the game to come out. I know that sounds like silly or stupid or straightforward in that kind of way, but it's blatantly true, right? And it's not all that silly, because it should have probably come out in 2020. Remember, this game was supposed to come out years ago. Keeps getting delayed, gets delayed indefinitely, and then doesn't get talked about forever, for a year and a half now, I think actually a little bit more than a year and a half now, ever since they delayed it indefinitely. Still nothing, still absolutely nothing. Now, you hear from Techland, you hear from the people that work there. There was, of course, the rumors months and months and months ago that there were some serious issues, which, remember, at the time, I didn't believe, but as time has gone on, it's hard not to believe that there hasn't been issues. You know what I mean? If I told you, no, everything's going swimmingly over there, would you believe me? Not really. I personally wouldn't, because just the way they've handled the situation. I do trust them, and they've proven themselves with Dying Light, and by the way, all the support for Dying Light that they've done. Okay, they've proven themselves. But Dying Light 2, come on, they need to get a move on. I guess it is a situation and you could even look to Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a good example. I don't want to compare everything to Cyberpunk, and I think that kind of gets boring or gets old, and so I'm going to try not to do that going forward. But honestly, there are a lot of parallels between Cyberpunk and this game in that it's taking forever. But it could definitely be a situation where it's hey, they just need time. This is a really good game, and it's so ambitious, and it's so big, and it's so filled with things. You can't rush those. And I agree. None of because I never want this to be kind of twisted, none of these videos are ever threats or attacking or demanding. I think that's probably the best word to say. Demanding that this game comes out as soon as possible. Because at the end of the day, I want a finished game. I want a game that they feel proud of. I want a game that has what they plan to be in it. Okay, I don't want a game that's rushed. I don't want a game that comes out and needs, and not even to attack Cyberpunk, because lots of games do it. I don't want a game that I need to download a 500 gigabyte update. In all reality, there's games that 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 gigabyte updates day one, and then there's a couple more updates over the weeks. Now, we just saw that with Cyberpunk, but there's a lot of other games that have done it as well. I don't want that for Dying Light. I would prefer that the game comes out finished. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's a lot to ask for in a gaming industry, but actually, it seems like it's the most to ask for. But no, in all reality, I do want the game out. I think 2021 needs to be the year because it was supposed to come out in 2019. Here we are at the very end of 2020, not out yet. And so if you go through all of 2021 into 2022, now it's 2 years removed from when it was supposed to come out. So now it just kind of screams like there are some serious issues. Was it rebooted at some point? You always hear of the stuff of Skull and Bones, right? The Ubisoft, the pirate game, where that game, when we do see it, because the game is still alive, but when we do see it, it's going to be completely different from what we saw, because many like team members and producers and higher level people that have helped make this game, they've left. The game's direction has shifted. So you know what I mean? Like something like that. Like would we get that for Dying Light 2? Like the game comes out or the game reemerges. We see the game, we see a trailer, we see all this stuff again, and the game is just nowhere near, maybe in a good way. Maybe it's actually a good thing, but the game is not even close to the game that we saw in E3 of 2019. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm interested in seeing in 2021. But I think, okay, that is a more direct, that's obviously the big goal, right? Obviously, for any game we talk about, the ultimate goal is to because we can theorize, we can ask questions, we can talk about all we want, but the main goal is to play it, right? I think that's pretty fair. Every game, every movie that we talk about, the goal is for it to come out and for us to see it and for us to critique it, or if it's a game, for it to come out for us to play it and talk about it then, right? That's the whole point. So obviously that is the end goal, but I think the biggest thing that people probably would want is just communication. Techland needs to talk to us. Give us gameplay. Give us another 20-minute presentation. Give us a trailer. Give us, like go on an interview, kind of like press tour, right? We see lots of game and developers do that just in general. Gotham Knights was announced at DC Fandom. They went on like a 2-week-long tour, right? Where and by tour, I just mean like every publication out there got to interview a couple people that worked there, a couple of the heads, and we learned a lot about the game in those interviews. We actually learned more in those interviews than we learned in the actual gameplay and in the trailer. So it's actually very beneficial. I think actually everybody should want something like that. They need to do something. If we don't get the game in 2021, the next best thing, or the thing that then if we don't get the game, then they absolutely need to talk to us. We need to know, okay, here's a plan. Like we're planning on it being in 2022, or like we're gonna show you gameplay before the end of this year, or whatever. It depends on the publisher, it depends on the developer for most of these things and for most of these times, but there are ways of doing this. A lot of them, sometimes smaller ones, and this is not a smaller, developer or publisher, but like smaller games will sometimes have like a Discord, and like the makers of the game will be in the Discord, and they'll update people, and they'll say, hey, like we're trying to get, like we want to get you information, we want to get the game out to you, we're hopefully going to try and do it by the end of this year, but stay tuned, or like just, like keep with us. Like those things are good. They provide, or they build trust between us and the developer. And right now, I don't think Techland has much trust. Yes, they knocked it out of the park with Dying Light, and I think that's helping them, because if they didn't do good, this would be honestly like a situation of like Dead Island, where like nobody, like Dead Island 1 and Riptide were not really, and by the way, like Techland made those, right? Or Techland made at least Dead Island 1, right? So like it's not even the same people making Dead Island 2, but still, it just doesn't have a good public like thought process on it, so people don't really care. It's kind of become just a laughing joke about Dead Island 2. If Dying Light was a bad game, it would be the same thing for Dying Light 2. It really would. It'd be like, okay, well, we don't really even care. It's actually almost a good thing that people are almost violently upset about Dying Light 2, because at least it shows they care, right? It shows that, we all know that Techland is, these guys, the ones making this game right now, they're capable of some really amazing things, and we just want to see it. Again, like, I'm not demanding that the game comes out. I would expect it to come out in 2021. I think it would be a pretty laughable joke if it didn't, but above all else, I just want some sort of communication. I want to see them again. I want them to say, I really do want like gameplay. Come out with another 10, 15, 20-minute presentation and say, hey, we're back. We're going to actually be transparent this year. We're going to talk about things. We're going to show things. Maybe the game doesn't even come out in 2021, but we're going to talk to you. We're going to show you a trailer. We're going to show you gameplay. We're going to be more open about the game. We're going to get the hype train rolling, and also get people to get back on board with like the fact that the game isn't canceled, the game's not broken, the game hasn't been rebooted, any of these things. Those are all things they need to clarify, and the way to do that is just come out and talk about it, okay? So I do think 2021 is going to be an enormous year for Dying Light 2. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? What are you expecting from Dying Light 2 in 2021? Do you think we'll get a release date? Do you think the game will come out? What do you think will happen? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed to my second channel yet, Podcast Now Plus is its name. Would love to have you guys over there. Again, thank you so much for watching, taking some time out of your Christmas to watch these videos. I really do appreciate it. Videos, kind of back to normal starting tomorrow, but hopefully you guys have an amazing day, and I hope to talk to you guys very soon.